Hi guys.
Hello.
So we've come back from the F1 today. It's Friday.
Mm-hmm.
There were two F1 sessions today, which were FP1 and FP2, free practice 1 and free practice 2. We thought we'd give you a little synopsis of what we think of each of the teams so far.
Yeah, inside scoop. First-hand witness.
Yeah. So we independently came up with a list of what order we think the teams are in based on how fast we think their car is. And this is without having watched any of the previous pre-season testing. And this is only going based on vibes today.
This is based on how they looked and sounded.
Yeah, what we could see on
not
track.
Not very scientific, just gut feeling.
Yeah, gut feeling. So we'll go, there's 11 teams, we'll go in reverse order and we'll tell you the order that we think they're in. Starting at the bottom, we have...
Track day. Aston Martin. Yeah, they didn't really do much today. Obviously, they've got problems. I'm really hoping they figure it out soon because I think everyone wants to see how that car will do when it's functioning properly.
So,
yeah.
For a period, I think maybe for FP1, one of the cars didn't even go out on track.
Yeah, Alonso didn't.
Yeah. And in the second one, Stroll got out halfway through FP2 and he was 7 seconds off the pace, which was quite a lot. And then eventually Alonso got out as well and was able to put in a time, but even when they were trying to push, I think they only improved to about 5 seconds off the pace.
Yeah, they just look slow as well. I mean, obviously they've got problems, so hopefully that will get fixed. But
yeah. Something we did notice is that it was a little hard to tell sometimes when teams were doing a push lap versus a out lap. So on the out laps, they're just gearing up, warming up the tyres, and the push laps are where they're actually trying to, or the flying laps, where they're trying to actually go fast. To be fair, the Aston Martin looked like it was constantly doing an out lap, even on their fast lap. So, yeah, feel bad for them, but they're our 11th team in the ranking.
So for 10th place, we had Cadillac. Obviously, a new team, still getting themselves figured out. They had a bit of Perez had a bit of a stint in the pits for a while in the second session. He didn't really come out that much. He
did get out on track, but then immediately had to pull over. They said something was wrong with his power unit, maybe.
Something like that,
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, when they were going, they looked okay. But obviously a new team, still getting everything figured out.
Yeah, new team, but definitely one of the two slowest teams, and I would put Aston Martin further behind than Cadillac at this point in time.
Yeah.
So in 9th place, we've put Alpine. Unsurprising, they were sort of one of the bottom teams last year. But I tell you what, they did have a lot of laps today. Like, I got sick of seeing Alpine on the track. There's just pink cars going past all the time. But despite that, they were still at the bottom of the leaderboard.
Yeah, they didn't look particularly quick either on any of the sessions that we saw them.
But at least they were consistent. They were out on the track probably the most out of any team. Probably testing a bunch of different strategies with the different tyre compounds and things.
Yeah.
But, yeah, nothing in particular to write home about. So they're team number 9 for us.
So they may get away with it, or the Mercedes might
Our 8th spot is Williams. Again, they did a lot of laps as well, but they just didn't look particularly menacing or quick.
I'd say there was a pretty strong midfield, but they didn't look as strong as the other midfield teams. They didn't look as slow as the slow teams, but they're just sort of in between, so that's why they're 8th.
Yeah.
Nothing of note, really.
They're very unnoticeable.
Well, I mean, I like the blue cars, but Yeah.
A decent hit. Here we go.
In the 7th spot we had Haas. Yeah.
Yeah, they're sort of what we've grouped. We've had 3 sort of mid-pack teams. They were pretty solid. I'd say, yeah, solid is the word I'd use.
Yeah, solid. Yeah, nothing crazy.
We debated about their placement as 7th versus the team we put at 6th, but Caleb made the point that they weren't as consistent as the one we put in 6th, so makes sense.
Mm. 6 we had.
Audi. New name, but
Yeah.
old team from last year. Kick Sauber now rebranded as Audi. I'd say they look pretty solid as well. Like
Yeah, they look pretty good. Yeah, I think.
they were a bottom team last year, like bottom 2 teams.
Yeah.
I mean, Nico had got a podium, so we're not going to begrudge him that. But like, I thought they actually deserved the title of like a mid-pack.
Yeah, I think Audi coming into it, they've obviously got a massive racing history in general, so they've obviously come in ready to play and have put in a lot to get this year's car up and going. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what they can do actually. I really hope they do well.
Yeah, and so we were debating between Audi and Haas because they looked pretty similar. They looked about the same speed on track. However, Audi looked consistently faster than Haas. Haas looked like they were having some fast laps and then some not so flash. So, for that reason, we put Audi above Haas in our ranking. In 5th place, we put Racing Bulls. They were pretty good.
Yeah. It was really cool to see the new guy, Lindblad. Was that his name?
Arvid Lindblad.
Lindblad. Yeah. He seemed to do really well for his kind of first real go.
Yeah. I mean, we're going based off vibes. The cars look really good. Yeah. But then when you also looked at times, he was setting times up around the Red Bull team. So he was I think he got 6th. He was 6th at one point. He was doing really well. So
yeah,
props to him.
Yeah,
I don't think Liam was doing as well, but he was top 10 for a couple.
Yeah, similar-ish times, I think. But yeah, both the cars looked good when they were out on the track.
Yeah.
Looked quick, looked sharp around the final corner.
Of the mid-pack teams, they were the best. Not by much. They were Audi and Haas were still pretty close, and they all look like a similar echelon of teams. But
should be a good mid-pack battle this year, I think.
Yeah, definitely battling for points between those 3 teams.
So in 4th place, we have McLaren actually, even though Oscar topped the final practice time. But yeah, they just kind of were a bit inconsistent. Like they had a bit of issues with Lando's car. Lando didn't have a particularly strong showing in the end.
I think they were just flat. Like last year they were dominant throughout. There was no question, but
yeah, the car was quick definitely, but it didn't have that same. It didn't look as zippy as the 3 above it that we'll mention soon. But
yeah, they just didn't look like they had an edge. Like last year, they definitely had an edge. There was something different about their car, but no, it just looked almost average. But not a mid-pack team, but definitely of the top 4, they were the bottom. It's just based on vibes, and everyone always gives a big cheer for Oscar because it's a home race. He's from Melbourne, but he wasn't out on the track that much in the FP2 that we were watching.
Felt a bit reserved in there.
But when he did,
still showing, everyone was really happy. I was very happy when he got on top. So
yeah, it was out with a bang when he did get on the track. So
yeah,
first in free practice, that's pretty good. at one point it was quite funny. I mean, to be fair, like 5 or 6 cars hadn't gone out on track yet, but Lando was like the bottom of the leaderboard and Oscar was the top, and it was quite amusing because they were in such a close battle for the last year. So yeah, I don't know how McLaren will go. I think Oscar feels quite confident in the car compared to Lando at this stage, but that's just based on the times that we were seeing them both put up. Lando was doing a lot more laps than Oscar, but they could have been testing out different things today. Could all change tomorrow, who knows?
Yeah.
In third place, we have put Mercedes. Now, that might seem like a dumb ranking, but that's just where we thought it fits, based on vibes today.
Just on vibes, yeah.
Yeah, because if you actually looked at the times George and Kimi were putting up, they were both like top 3 interchanging throughout the session. But the Mercedes car just doesn't look as fast on the track. Or at least that's what I thought.
Yeah, just from a visual perspective, it just didn't feel as nippy as the other two that we saw.
Yeah.
At least for like just the segment of track that we could see, it just never really looked like it was going as fast as the other ones.
Yeah, and because we're sitting on the last corner, they're coming around into the straight, so that should be when they're gearing up to go the fastest along that home straight. So
yeah, I mean, obviously they seem like they do have a really good car, and they're probably going to perform quite well.
Yeah, maybe they're just putting in better times in the other sectors where we're not watching it, and then at the end it doesn't look as impressive as the other ones, but maybe they're better in the corners and not as good in the
This is
straights.
a very unscientific ranking. We're going on the one corner that we could see of everyone.
Yeah. I think we're educated though.
Yes. In second place, we have Ferrari. They looked really quick, I have to say. Like, even like earlier in the day, we were at the fan forum with Lewis and Charles on stage, and Lewis especially just seemed really relaxed and kind of happy. Which I haven't really seen much of that from him in Ferrari colours.
Yeah, not in the last year. Yeah.
So it feels like they've got the car in a good spot, and like Lewis is happy with it. And
well, I think he's done a lot of work on himself, like physically and mentally, probably to get in the right headspace.
Yeah.
But he looked more confident. I think. Well, every time you saw him go past, like I was, like, oh my god, we're watching a world champion kind of thing. Like in the previous season, it was kind of like, oh, at what point does he retire? Because this is kind of sad to watch this decline, but. This time around, I was like, oh my gosh, he's still got it. Like, he's still got some fight in him.
And the car looked good. The car looked quick.
Yeah, both him and Charles looked very zippy on there. Nippy? Zippy.
Zippy, yeah.
On the home straight.
And number one did.
Red Bull. I just thought, my number one thought was Red Bull is the fastest.
Yeah.
Not based on anything scientific. It just sounded... I think it is actually the fact that it sounded the fastest. They have the coolest sounding car, in my opinion.
Yeah. But I don't know, just like they looked quick, like especially when Max was coming around on his quick laps, that final turn.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know, just visually it just looked quicker than everyone else as he was going past.
Don't count Isaac out though, because he looked super quick in it as well. Not quite as quick as Max in some of it, but he was putting top 6 times in at some points. So, yeah, both of them looked really quick in the car.
Well, there's a very side tangent, and maybe something that gave me a vibe, and this is very non-scientific at all, but where we were, we could see people going into the pit lane, and I don't know if you noticed, whenever Max would go into the pit lane, he was like caning it down and then would brake at the last second.
Yes.
And that kind of also made me feel like, oh, the Red Bull's looking good this year, because they were just like, some of them were just taking it real easy down that pit entrance, but yeah, Max, or the Red Bulls especially, were just kind of going vroom and just wouldn't stop.
I mean, yeah, I know what you mean, because, well, the pit lane is quite long, so the first half of it is where the F2 and F3 cars' garages have been, so there's a big straight where they can keep going full speed, and then it drops to 80 k's an hour for their garages. But I did notice that one time, like towards the end when he went back out, but I just figured, oh, that's Max. Like, and in a race, obviously, you're going to want to maximize your speed for as long as you can.
Yeah.
All of them were hooning in, but Max was particularly fast.
Yeah, very unscientific, but something that I noticed anyway, and I may have.
But it could just be a Max thing rather than a car thing.
It's given me the perception that they're quick this year. So.
Yeah. So our definitive ranking from top to bottom: Red Bull,
Ferrari,
Mercedes,
McLaren,
Racing Bulls,
Audi,
Haas,
Williams.
Williams,
What have I forgotten? Williams.
Alpine,
Cadillac.
Aston Martin.
Yeah. I think it might be a hard year to be an Aston Martin fan.
There was one in front of us though in our grandstand, and then when they just got out on track and did a lap, they were like, "Yay!"
Yeah. I don't know. I really hope they fix their problems soon.
It's not fun to watch people fail.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather see them be in the fight than not. So
Yeah.
I don't think they'll have a good race on Sunday though.
Doesn't seem like it. Unless this is like the ultimate sandbag and they're just trolling us. I'm still held out hope that that's the case, and come qualifying they'll be topping the quali. But something tells me that's probably not going to happen.
Well, not with that attitude. Yeah, that's our inside thoughts from
practice. Day one.
yeah, from 2 hours of.
So you heard it here first.
I'm a little bit disappointed that our current ranking isn't necessarily showing at this point in time with the times. You can sort of see that we've got roughly the right teams at the top, but Red Bull's not currently holding any fastest laps.
Yeah.
But they sound the fastest.
There might be something wrong with their method,
Maybe they were just practicing on the hards, because
Yeah.
I think Max was out on a medium
He was on
whenever
mediums for a while, I think. Yeah.
when everyone else was out on soft. So
Yeah. So we'll report in tomorrow night after quali.
I don't think I'm going to change my ranking, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
But we will get more data tomorrow.
Yes.
Those are just our random thoughts after today.
Consider yourself educated.
We're going to head out to our concert very shortly, and we'll take you along with us for that, but that'll probably be in a separate video.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.